this week on Starting Line.
We should make it easy to vote so people can pursue their fundamental right to vote.
Should automatic voter registration come to Minnesota? Representative Jennifer Schultz makes that case as we learn how House File 45 would work toward getting more folks signed up to vote. Last year's election saw Minnesota once again at the top of the list for voter turnout. According to the Secretary of State's office, over 2.6 million people voted in November, or roughly 64% of eligible voters. So it seems that Minnesotans do a good job at getting out to vote. Still, one representative wants to do more to get people to the polls. Representative Jennifer Schultz is proposing legislation that will automatically register individuals to vote when they apply for a driver's license, permit, or state identification card. With voter turnout already tops in the nation, we asked the DFLer from Duluth why she is sponsoring this proposal.
Yeah, so this is an automatic voter registration bill, and 15 other states have already enacted this legislation, and they put it in a Congressional House File 1. And so this is not a new idea. I've introduced it 4 years ago and continue to support this idea. Steve Simon, our Secretary of State, is really pushing this and other voter reform efforts, and this just makes it easier for people to register to vote. And so there's a lot of support for it across Minnesota, and we hope to get it done soon. But it's a very simple idea. When you go and apply for a new driver's license or renew your driver's license, or you go to get an identification card, you submit information on your application and you're automatically registered to vote. And that data will get submitted to the Secretary of State's office. And if you've changed your address, just an easy way to update that record file. So I think hopefully we can get this passed. I don't know why it should be controversial or partisan.
Minnesota already has a pretty high voter turnout. How much of an increase would you expect from this change?
Well, you know what it really will do? It will reduces the paperwork, and when you go to the poll and you're already registered, it'll make it much more efficient to vote. So not only does it increase the security and the efficiency, but I think it will also lower the cost of updating record files and make it much more secure. So it may increase voter participation. People won't be turned away from the polls if there are long lines if they're already registered.
And a person can get a driver's license when they're 16 but aren't allowed to vote in elections until they're 18. Would this allow 16-year-olds to vote?
It would not. So the Secretary of State will look at eligibility for voting, so you have to be 18, unless we change that law as well, but that's what's currently on the books and that's what will remain.
Do you think there'll be people that'll be skeptical about this? You said it wouldn't be partisan, but do you think there'll be some skeptical people who might not want to be registered, and do they have to automatically be registered?
They don't. So right now, on the application, there'll be an opt-out. So if they do not want to register to vote, they do not have to. They won't be forced to, and their data won't be transmitted. So right now, it's an opt-in, and if you look at behavioral economics research, you get higher participation in programs if it's an opt-out rather than an opt-in.
As of this interview, there's already over 30 co-sponsors, and one of them actually a Republican. Do you have a good feeling about this bill?
I mean, I think we all believe that we should make it easy to vote so people can pursue their fundamental right to vote. So we want to make sure we enhance that. Representative
Schultz's bill has been referred to the House Government Operations Committee. It currently has no Senate companion. We will keep an eye on this proposal and update you on any progress made in the House. For more on House File 45, or for more information on any bill that's introduced in the legislature, you can visit the House website, www.house.mn. You can also stay up to date with what's happening at the House with our nonpartisan Session Daily coverage. That's at house.mn/sessiondaily. Thanks for watching Starting Line. We'll see you next week.